Does Deion have a point about the Pro Football Hall of Fame being too easy to get into now?
You're damn right he does, without question. And Eli Manning is the latest piece of evidence about that.
Very disrespectful, Stephen A.
Can we be real? The fact of the matter is, listen up, I'll educate you. Eli Manning is a two-time Super Bowl champion. I appreciate that. 2 Super Bowl MVPs. One could easily argue that the defense deserved it, but that's neither here nor there. He's never thrown for 300 yards, never scored more than 21 points in the Super Bowl, but that's neither here nor there. Here's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and close your eyes and absorb what I'm about to tell you. Career-wise, he completed 60% of his passes. Career-wise, his record was 117 and 117. He led the league in interceptions 3 times. He doesn't even have a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. At no time in the history of his career was he considered a top 5 quarterback. Now, I'm saying to you this. Eli Manning deserves our respect. He is an Iron Man. If you are a New Yorker, love him, revere him, and all of that other stuff. But when we talk about Hall of Famers, remember what we're talking about here. We're talking about the Joe Montanas. We're talking about the Dan Marinos. We're talking about even to go back to the days, the Fran Tarkenins, the Roger Staubachs of the world, the Terry Bradshaws of the world, and others. What I'm saying to you, even Peyton Manning, the Tom Bradys, the Drew Brees, all of this stuff, when you look at his record, even his record, it's a career 500 record. He missed the playoffs 6 times in 7 years, 7 times in 9 years. Okay, I mean, come on.
All right, look.
Okay,
stop. I could sit here and I will quickly to refute this, give you Eli's. Like the pro-Eli argument, but that's not really what this is about to me. Like, Eli Manning is the 3rd longest Ironman streak in the history of football. That means you're valuable or you wouldn't be put in those games. He threw in a bad weather. I let you speak.
I said, be quiet. I told you.
Yes.
I didn't say nothing.
There's an audience there with Max.
Now,
all I said was ooh.
You hear what the people are saying?
I'm being a little sensitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
All I said was ooh.
The point is he threw in a bad weather stadium, so that affects stats. He did not usually have offensive weapons. That affects stats. If you're arguing Eli, I know he's right on the line. Either he's right below it or right above it. We can argue that. But we can agree it's borderline. There is a borderline. Deion saying the border has to be raised. Okay, Deion, but what you want, 8 people in the Hall of Fame? Because there aren't a lot to begin with.
First of all, this whole Eli Manning conversation about the Hall of Fame, to me, it falls on deaf ears to me. I played against him. Eli was a great player, not a Hall of Famer. That's just what it boils down to. Like, great player, not a Hall of Famer. That ain't me hating. I never stepped on the field against Eli Manning, who, by the way, I played in college and said, this dude is a Hall of Famer. Never. I had the chance to play with Terrell Owens. That's a Hall of Famer. There is a difference when it comes to when we have a conversation about the Hall of Fame. That's what Deion is saying. Deion ain't saying let's not put guys in the Hall of Fame. But if we come to a year where it's no Hall of Famers, then don't put anybody in the Hall of Fame. There is a different level to what you need to be in order to be remembered as the greatest to ever do it. That's what the Hall of Fame is trying to imply.
I understand
one of the greatest to ever do it.
I understand the peak value argument. Usually I'm on that side. Your peak has to be elite. And you're arguing that Eli's peak wasn't elite until it mattered most.
Max,
then he was like the most elite ever, right?
We're not giving off trophies for the Hall of Fame because you were good.
And let me remind you of this, Max. And let me remind you of something, Max. You love Harrison. You know, the hitman for the Steelers. You know, he's been on this show. Sure. You loved him, right? Remember when Harrison made news because he took the participation award from his son? Remember that? And he said, this ain't about no damn participation.
That's what you do.
And that's what you doing.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
Eli Manning, he started, and he played, and he... That don't make you a Hall of Famer.
If you are a starting... I'll change the subject
Super
to
Bowl
NBA.
MVPs do 2 against the Patriots. The dynasty of the Patriots.
Nick Foles a Super Bowl MVP. Nick Foles.
Who got him there?
Hey, did you know?
Do you hear the crowd? What do you all think? Show Eli some. Do you hear them?
I hear them.
They don't believe you.
Come on, in Miami, in Miami, right here, when LeBron James and D. Wade was winning championships, there were other starters. Mad respect to them. The Mario Chalmers of the world, the Udonis Haslems of the world.
I'd like to make.
I'm saying they could play. Please don't get me wrong. They could play. But everybody that played and everybody that started, that don't make you a Hall of Famer.
I'm going to respond to that right now. Hold on.
Responding.
Okay. Let's change it to the NBA for a second. What you're missing is there is value in just being able to play at a starting level in the NFL or NBA. So let's go to basketball because you're bringing up these dudes. If you're a starting point guard for 15 years in the NBA, I don't care if in any one season you were an elite. You're a damn good player. You're able to start for that long. That's a lot of value, right? Okay, that's a tough position to start at. If in addition to that, you were an Iron Man, you played 82 games a year, every single year, that's even better because that's availability. If in addition to that, you had playoff runs, even if it's only 2, where you were lights out, like Sam Cassell or someone like that. People make the argument, is he? But if you won 2 championships as the captain, as Chauncey Billups, if he had another one on top of that, you start to go, okay, this is a borderline case because there is value in being good enough to start at quarterback for 15 years. There is value in a consecutive game streak, and there's a lot of value in bringing 2 championships.
Number one.
That still don't make you a Hall of Famer.
It doesn't. I don't understand what you're missing. The Hall of Fame is an individual award. You are surrounding Eli Manning with these things that he did. Honestly, he did. But Max, come on, you've been covering sports for too long to say that Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer.
Chauncey Billups a Hall of Famer?
No.
If he won another Finals MVP, if he had 2, would he be a Hall of Famer?
No.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.